selective with your runners, and so far they've all done really well for you.
They have. I don't know if we're selective. We're just running what's doing well right now, you know, and mostly it's been younger horses. You know, last year we had quite a few issues with the older horses. I think we solved the problem. Well, we didn't solve it, but I think we know what to expect and what to look for now. So hopefully things will carry on for us that way for the next few meetings.
And Shamik here the other day, I thought looked really impressive. He looked great before the race, and that was a good win.
It was a good win for him. You know, he was ready to run last year towards the end of the year. Obviously, we had to stop, so we brought him back this year. I thought 1400 was pretty good distance for him. Hopefully, he'll go longer, and we'll try to go at Medan, maybe try 1900 for him. Try to keep him against his group age for now.
That makes sense. So you tell me he's been given a mark of 75. That seems fair.
I think it was 75, so I think it's fair for him. So even if that doesn't work out, we'll be able to go into a few handicaps either here or at Medan. I think he'll handle dirt, but we'll see. He'll tell us. You know, but he came out of the race in good shape, and he's done well.
And why did you give him so much time before? Was it just time to sort of strengthen up?
Yeah, you know, I don't know if you saw him in the paddock, but he's a big horse, you know, and probably just needed time to strengthen. You know, he was never going to be a 2-year-old when we bought him. Probably expected for him to go a bit longer, and we would have liked to have one run into him at least at the end of the year, but that didn't happen. So just because he needed time, just very mature baby. So we'll see how good he is. You know, he'll need to prove himself now.
And speaking of babies, the filly Neefa at Meydan, she was so green, wasn't she?
She was, you know, she's still learning and still has a lot to learn. That's why we put cheek pieces on her. Just in the morning, she's always been kind of on and off, you know. She's never been very straightforward in her breezes. We like her quite a lot, you know. She's always showed quite a lot of quality here, and she's got a good mind on her as well, which is important for fillies. So we'll probably go back to the maiden 1400 with her, and hopefully she can improve.
Okay.
But I think the longer the better. I think, you know, with more distance she'll improve.
As you can see, so she goes back to Meydan.
She'll go back to Medan probably. I think there is a maiden on the 17th for fillies, so that's probably where we'll go.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And Boron winning at Abu Dhabi was a nice surprise, I guess, in what was a really good race.
It was, you know, I think it was, like you said, it was a surprise for us. I didn't expect him to win. You know, we had few options for him. It was either running him at Jebel Ali or going to Abu Dhabi. We just thought after that much time off, the grass would probably be easier for him. So we'll see. We'll probably give him an entry in the National Day Cup, but I think maybe it's coming back a bit quick for him. You know, he was off for a year and a half. Doesn't carry much condition. He's a kind of light frame horse, so we'll see. We'll give him an entry in the race anyway, but I don't know if he'll run or not.
You could, I suppose, just save him for the carnival, could you?
Yeah, you know, it'd be good to see if the program comes out before the race, at least to see what options we're going to have, you know, before the carnival at least, you know, if there were races at Medan. You know, the carnival, it's always hard. You got always a few Europeans that come. Godolphins are hard to beat, so, you know, maybe we'll have to pick our spots with him as well.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It would be quite quick back. And talk about the runners here on Friday, and the 2-year-old Tahdeed is one you got from the breeze up there at Akala. What did you like about him at the sale that made you want to buy him?
Well, you know, we thought he had a decent breeze. Didn't switch leads during his breeze, but we thought he had a good breeze, you know, and we're looking for something that wouldn't be that expensive and that had maybe a bit of ability, so we just took a chance with him. And he's been doing good in the morning. You know, it's a small horse. I thought actually he was going to be bigger than that, but when he came, he was kind of the smaller side, but he's short, compact. He's been breezing well. He's been breezing with the filly. He might need the run, but I think he's quick enough for 1,000.
Yeah, okay, interesting. And Tamaka's, I think he'd be the first one to run here. He was perhaps a little bit tricky to train initially in Masaba, but this colt's been straightforward.
No, he's very straightforward. I think I read that Tamarcus only had 29 foals in his first crop, so I don't think there are too many around, but the ones that have run pretty well in America, so hopefully he'll do good for us. I will see how he runs today, and we'll take it from there.
And it looks like it's going to be quite a small field. I guess that's always a good thing with one starting out.
Sure, and 1,000, I think so far they're all first-time starters, so I think it'll be good for everybody. And 1,000 up the hill, I think it'll be very straightforward for all of us.
Okay, and then the old boy top clearance, you had a choice of places to go with him. You're going to start him out here over the 1400. You
know, the last time he ran 14 was when he won his maiden at Churchill, I think. So you're talking, I think, 2015. You know, most of the races where we ran him, he's always stopped. So we'll just, you know, kind of travels well and stops. So we'll just give him a chance. 14, probably a bit too short for him, but I thought it was a good race for him to start back. And he's 8-year-old now. We'll give him a run or two. If he does well, we'll carry on. Otherwise, maybe it'll be time to retire him.
He's actually quite well handicapped, really. His last win was off 95. He goes off 83 this week.
Yeah, might need to go a bit lower than that to win.
Yeah, it looks a small field, but a good race. And then Raakezz did well for you here last season. What sort of shape's he in? He's
in good shape. I think he's strengthened. You know, he looks better than he did last year. First race back, what a medal, you know, won first meeting here. So obviously he'll be the horse to beat. There are 1 or 2 other horses in the race that are doing well. We'll just start him back at 1,000. That's where he won here last year, and we'll see where he goes from there. Hopefully, you know, we'll be able to go maybe We'll try him on dirt probably one time at Medan, but maybe he'll end up being short on the grass in some of the sprints at Medan. But he's in good form.
Last year there seemed to be, you tried to maybe get him to stay a little bit further, but I remember Tiger Shea riding him and saying he felt he was very much a sprinter. Is that where you're thinking now?
Probably, I mean, he's built like one, moves like one, so like this race will tell us quite a bit, and from this race we'll move on. But physically he's done well and he looks well.